Look at this little girl. She is sitting alone on a cold stone floor. She is just a child, only about 12 years old. And she owns nothing in this world. No mother. Her mother is dead. No money. And a father who is, right now, walking out through a heavy wooden door and leaving her here forever. The women who are raising her wear only black and white. The walls are gray. There is no color in her world at all. No warmth, no love. And yet, one day, those exact two colors, black and white, will dress the richest and most powerful women on earth. Her name will sit on a bottle of perfume in almost every country. Kings and queens will beg to wear her designs. How does a girl with nothing build one of the greatest empires the world has ever seen? Sit close to the fire. This is her story. Hear that? That's my fire settling in, which means it's time. Pull up a chair and get comfortable. I'm Daniel Reed, and this is Fireside History, the place where we learn English through true stories from the past. Tonight's story is about a poor orphan girl who became a queen of fashion. You do not need difficult English to enjoy it. I will speak slowly, and I will explain the hard words as we go. If you love true stories, and you want to learn English at the same time, tap that subscribe button now, so you can sit by this fire with us every week. Now, back to the little girl in the gray orphanage. The girl's name is Gabrielle Chanel, and the cold gray building is an orphanage, a home for children who have no parents. Life here is hard and quiet. The girls wake up early, they pray, they clean, and they learn one important skill. They learn to sew. To sew means to join cloth together with a needle and thread to make clothes. Gabrielle is good with her hands. She is fast, and she is careful. The other girls only see boring work. But Gabrielle sees something different. She sees that a plain, simple thing can still be beautiful. She loves the clean black and white of the nuns' clothes. She loves things that are simple and strong. And deep inside her, there is something more powerful than her sadness. There is a dream. Gabrielle does not want to be poor forever. She does not want people to look down on her. She wants a bigger life. When she is 18, she leaves the orphanage. But the world outside is not kind to a poor girl with no family and no money. She takes a small job as a seamstress, a woman who sews clothes for money. She works long hours. She earns very little. This is her ordinary world. But a dream this big does not stay small for long. To make a little extra money, Gabrielle begins to sing at night in small clubs for soldiers and workers. She is not a great singer, but she is young, and she has a sharp, strong personality that people remember. And it is here, people say, that she gets a new name. One of the songs she sings again and again gives the soldiers a short, sweet word to call her by. Coco. Now you know her name. The world will not remember Gabrielle. The world will remember Coco Chanel. But a sweet nickname does not pay for food. Coco is still poor. She is still nobody. She watches rich women walk past in beautiful clothes she could never buy. And here is the strange part. These rich women are not even comfortable. Under their dresses, they wear a tight thing called a corset, a stiff piece of clothing that squeezes a woman's body to make her waist look very small. It is so tight that they can hardly breathe. They cannot run. They cannot move freely. They are like beautiful birds locked in a cage. Coco looks at all of this, and a bold, dangerous, exciting thought grows inside her. Why must clothes be a prison? Why can't a woman be beautiful and free? She has no money to answer that question yet. But everything is about to change. The change begins with a meeting. Coco meets a wealthy man. He enjoys her sharp mind and her strong spirit, and for a time he supports her. He gives her a comfortable home, and he brings her into a whole new world. Suddenly, the poor orphan is standing among rich people, at grand houses and famous horse races. Most girls in her place would just enjoy the money and relax. Coco does not. She watches. She learns. And at the races, she notices something no one else notices. The rich women wear enormous hats, huge, heavy things, covered with feathers, flowers, and even fruit. They look silly. They are uncomfortable. And Coco thinks, I can do better than this. So she begins to make hats. Not big, silly hats, simple ones. Clean, small, elegant hats that a woman can actually wear and enjoy. And something surprising happens. When Coco wears her own simple hats, other women stop and stare. They do not laugh. They want one too. Where did you buy that hat? They ask. I made it, Coco answers. In that small moment, a business is born. Coco has found her spark, her own eye for simple, beautiful design. Now she needs the courage to build something real. With help from a man who truly believes in her, a kind and clever man named Boy Capel, Coco opens her first small shop in Paris. She sells her simple hats, and they sell fast. Soon, one shop is not enough. She opens another by the sea, in a rich holiday town. Wealthy women on holiday walk in and fall in love with her style. Then Coco takes a much bigger risk. She stops making only hats. She starts making clothes. But her clothes are shockingly different. Remember the tight corset, the cage that trapped women's bodies? Coco throws it away. She makes clothes that are loose, soft, and easy to move in. She even uses a cheap, soft cloth called jersey. At that time, jersey was only used for men's underwear. Everyone thinks she is crazy. Expensive clothes, made from cheap men's cloth? Impossible. But when women try Coco's clothes, they feel something new. They feel free. They can walk. They can breathe. They can live. And they look beautiful. Even more beautiful. Because the style is clean and simple. Word spreads across Paris. Every fashionable woman wants a Chanel. The poor orphan is now a rising star. Coco is climbing higher and higher. She has money now. She has fame. And she has the love of a good man, Boy Capel, the one who believed in her from the very start. For the first time in her whole life, the girl from the orphanage has everything she ever dreamed of. But life does not give happy endings so easily. Then comes the day that breaks her heart. Boy Capel, the man Coco loves most in the world, the man who helped her build her dream, is killed suddenly in a car accident. Coco is destroyed. The strong, sharp woman who never cried now cannot stop crying. Money means nothing. Fame means nothing. The one person who believed in her from the days when she had nothing is gone. It is said that after his death, Coco asked for her whole bedroom to be painted black. Her world had lost its color again, just like the gray walls of the orphanage all those years ago. For a while, it looks like this loss might end her. She had climbed so high, and now she has fallen into a deep, dark sadness. What is the point of building an empire if the person you want to share it with is gone? Many people at this moment would give up. They would take their money, close the door, and hide from the world forever. Coco stands at a crossroads, a moment where you must choose which way your life will go. On one side, give up and let the sadness win. On the other side, take all that pain and turn it into something new. And here we see the true heart of the orphan girl. This is a woman who was left alone as a child and survived. She had learned, the hard way, one powerful lesson. When you have lost everything, you must build again. You must turn your pain into your power. Slowly, she dries her eyes. Coco makes a choice. She will not hide. She will pour all her pain, all her strength, and all her taste into her work. First, she creates a perfume, a liquid with a beautiful smell that people wear. But she does not want a simple flower smell like everything else at the time. She wants something rich, modern, and completely new. She works with an expert to mix many different scents into one. She is shown several small bottles and asked to choose. She picks the fifth one, and she gives it the simplest name in history, Chanel No. 5. Number 5 simply means number 5. Then she takes the color of her sadness, black, and does something no one has done before. In those days, women only wore black when someone had died. Black was the color of sorrow. Coco says, "No, black is not only for sadness. Black is beautiful. Black is elegant. Every woman should own one perfect black dress." She designs a short, simple, elegant black dress. One day, the world will call it the little black dress. 2 simple ideas. 1 bottle, 1 dress. Coco has just decided the future of fashion. What happens next is history. Chanel No. 5 becomes the most famous perfume in the world. Not for 1 year, for 100 years. It is often said that, even today, a bottle of Chanel No. 5 is sold somewhere on earth every single minute. That little bottle, with its plain and simple label, makes Coco unbelievably rich. And the little black dress? It changes fashion forever. Before Coco, black was only for sadness. After Coco, the black dress becomes a sign of style and class. A famous fashion magazine tells every modern woman she must own one. And even today, 100 years later, women all over the world still wear the little black dress. It never goes out of style. Think about what this means. The poor orphan girl, the one with no money, no family, no name, is now one of the richest and most powerful women in the world. She built her empire with her own 2 hands, not with a rich family, not with luck, with her eye, her courage, and her hard work. Kings and queens now ask for her clothes. Famous film stars beg to wear her designs. The most powerful women in the world copy her simple, elegant style. And here is the most beautiful part. Remember the black and white of the nuns' clothes, the plain colors the lonely little girl stared at every single day. Those exact colors become the signature of the House of Chanel. The colors that surrounded a forgotten child became the colors that dressed the whole world. Remember that cold gray orphanage and the 2 colors that filled the little girl's empty world? Hold on to that image, because it holds the whole truth of her. Black and white were the colors of her sadness, her loneliness, her poverty, and she took them and turned them into the colors of beauty and freedom and power. And that, my friend, is where her story reaches you. The world loves to tell us that where you begin decides where you end. That poor children stay poor. That forgotten people stay forgotten. Coco Chanel spent her whole life proving that this is a lie. She once said something simple and very true. In order to be irreplaceable, one must always be different. In other words, do not try to copy other people. Be brave enough to be yourself. So remember this on the hard days. Where you start does not decide where you finish. The things that hurt you can become the very things that make you great if you refuse to give up. The girl who had nothing gave the whole world something beautiful. And she began exactly where you might be standing right now, with nothing but a dream and the courage to chase it. Before the fire burns down, one question tonight. Coco Chanel took the black and white of her saddest days and turned it into her greatest gift. So tell me, what is one hard thing in your own life that you could turn into your strength? Write it in the comments, in English. Do not worry about mistakes. This is how we learn together. And tell me where in the world you are listening from. I read every single comment by this fire. If this story warmed your heart and helped your English, subscribe and ring the bell. You bring the chair, I bring the history. And next time, we cross the sea to meet a man born with almost nothing in a small African kingdom. He became, quite possibly, the richest human being who has ever lived. You will not believe how much gold one man could hold. The fire's still warm, and there is always a chair for you. I'm Daniel Reed, and this is Fireside History.